As the first and arguably most respected president of the United States, George Washington might not seem like the ideal candidate for a video game villain. But in the first DLC for Assassin's Creed 3, history has been twisted by the creative minds over at Ubisoft to turn Washington into a sinister badass of supervillain proportions.
You survived. How astonishing. This time I'll make certain of your death.
Taking place in an alternate, non-canon reality, Assassin's Creed 3 The Tyranny of King Washington puts you back in the shoes of Native American assassin Connor. But the world is a far different place than he remembers. In this reality, Washington doesn't resign after his 2 terms as president, and instead stays on as leader of the country, a role that very quickly goes to his head.
Now bend your knee to your monarch, and make penitence in the last moments before you are blasted to your dread reward!
He declares himself king, opting to rule with an iron fist, and punishing those who get in his way with a beheading or a shot to the head. One such person is Connor's mother, who, having tried to steal the Apple of Eden staff that Washington wields and grants him his power, is at the top of the king's most wanted list. How exactly Washington came to wield the staff is just one of the mysteries for you to uncover. The DLC centres on the struggle between Connor and Washington, bringing characters such as Israel Putnam and Ben Franklin along for the ride.
They'll kick out Ben Franklin for sure. Boston will be mine. It's in the bag!
Of course, like any Assassin's Creed, there's a whole lot of assassinating to be done along the way too. Connor possesses the same skills that he does in АСIII and handles in much the same way. And yes, those famous concealed blades of butchery are back and explained away with a little narrative touch.
I know who my father was, and I know what those are.
You do?
They will certainly help.
But there are a few new skills to sink your teeth into too. In the Tyranny of King Washington, that skill is the power of the wolf. After a brief hallucinogenic drug trip, Connor awakens with the ability to go stealth at will. It works sort of like a cloaking device, letting Connor freely roam enemy complexes or eavesdrop on villains for some info. The power of the wolf is a tool that's kept in check by its drain on Connor's health bar. For every second that he's cloaked, the power saps a little bit of his health, eventually wearing off completely. It's a unique twist on one of Assassin's Creed's core mechanics, and offers up a different set of challenges and opportunities for a bit of stabby action. And there's plenty of opportunity for that in the Tyranny of King Washington, thanks to a wealth of missions to cover in free roam mode. But if you're just in it for the story, you can now skip straight to the major missions without embarking on an epic trek across America thanks to fast travel. Just highlight the mission you want and bam, Connor's instantly transported there to face his next challenge, a feature we sorely wish was in АСIII.
General Putnam, General Arnold, I sometimes despair about projects. I question my abilities and my strength. But with you two at my side, I believe we will bring liberty to this country. We will bring it with fists of iron. I have assurance of your loyalty.
You have my solemn pledge.
If the idea of an evil Washington plus some neat new powers piques your interest, then good news! Assassin's Creed 3 The Tyranny of King Washington is just the first of 3 DLC episodes for АСIII, so there's plenty to look forward to. No word on if these will include Evil Lincoln, but we can only hope. We'll have our full review of the first episode of the DLC when it's released on Tuesday, February 19th. But until then, enjoy some more of this sweet, sweet stabby action.
Get them!